What's up, beautiful, beautiful people? How are you guys doing today? My name is Luffy, and I'm back here again with another video. So obviously, I'm not in my office right now. This is kind of like my second office. I'm at a property location. So this morning, I was moving material for a project that we're starting today. If you guys don't remember, this is the $40,000 house that I bought a while ago. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can go back and watch it. If you have seen the video, it's kind of a quick update to it. We're actually working on the front porch now, and I hope to come inside soon so I can rewire the place and close up some of this drywall that you guys see. So I was in here earlier moving this wood. I got this wood moved in, and I got some concrete. You can see it. Yeah, I got some of that concrete moved in, and I'm a little dirty, but it's okay. It's part of the game, and that's actually the purpose of this video. I wanted to talk to you guys about doing some of the work yourself. Should you do some of the renovation work yourself, especially if you're starting out? Is it a good idea to get a general contractor to hire out the work, or should you just take on the task yourself? So a lot of people get into real estate because real estate, especially on YouTube and Instagram, everyone tells you real estate's a passive investment. I'm making passive income. If you want to make passive income like me, just invest in some real estate. Well, you can go that route, but what they fail to mention a lot of times is if you want real estate to be a completely passive investment, you need to have a shit ton of money, okay? And that excludes 98% of people trying to, start to get into real estate or real estate investing. The reason people are getting into investing is because they're just starting to make a little bit of money, and they don't have the funds to pay people to do everything. So you're gonna have to do a lot of the work yourself, and that's okay. It's actually, in my opinion, it's best to do as much of the work possible yourself as you can, or at the very least be there for the majority of the work. Because when you sit back and you say, hey, I want to renovate this house and I don't want to swing a hammer, one, you're missing out on a large part of the education portion. So it's difficult for you if you don't want to even walk into a house like this, or if you're too pretty to crawl under a crawl space, or you don't want to dirty up your hands by getting up on the roof and painting the fascia or something like that. Hey, it's cool, I get it. This isn't your game or your realm. Just know that you're gonna get fleeced in the renovations. Okay, the one of the main areas that people lose money out on in real estate is they do renovations, and then they start to realize that the extent of the renovations are a lot more than they thought, and they under budgeted for them a lot. If you have in your mind, hey, it's only going to take $1,000 to paint this house, well, yeah, that is true. When you realize that paint is like $20-$30, for a gallon of paint, you're like, yeah, okay, maybe that can work. But that's assuming that you're going to do a lot of the work. You're going to do some of the painting work yourself, or this, that, and the other. If you want a company to come in, they're going to quote you $3, $4, $5, $6, whatever $1,000 that they want, almost 100% based off of their perception of what you're able to pay. One of the best ways that I've ever saved money in renovations is by doing a lot of the work myself. And I don't have a background in construction. A lot of people ask me, is my background in engineering or construction or architecture? No, I didn't study any of those subjects. I barely know. I only know enough to know that you're doing your job somewhat correctly. And that's the point that you want to get to. As a developer or as an investor, is having enough competency in everyone's subject area that you're dealing with to know if they're doing their job correctly or not, but not so that you necessarily have to do their job. So I'm not coming in here and rewiring this house. I'm hiring out that work, but I also understand all the different electrical lines that run through the house, and which lines do I need for outlets, and which lines do I need for receptacles, and where can I buy the best wiring for the cheapest price, and this, that, and the other. And that's just one side of it. Another side of it that a lot of people actually don't talk about, but is 100 and 1000% real, is just plain respect. When I come on my job site and I'm unloading the material with my laborers who are working on the job site, it develops a level of respect because I don't have to. Okay, when they see me pull up in a 2001 beat up pickup truck, and I'm over here hauling lumber inside with them, subconsciously it puts into their mind like, hey, this isn't like the majority of people that we've worked with. He's not just pulling up in Mercedes SUV or the Rolls Royce Phantom or whatever, and expecting us to unload it and do all the work. Like, this guy's getting just as dirty as us. And when you're looking for relationship building, especially if you're looking for people that you can work with long term to do renovation with you on multiple projects, respect is the basic fundamental. That's a basic fundamental. That's the basis of the relationship. Is they respect me in the work that I'm doing, and I respect them in the work that they're doing. And from that, we're able to work together so that we both succeed and prosper. My main guy that I use for renovation work, he just bought a house, an investment property, maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. And he just told me that he just got it under contract. He's been working on it for months. He just got it under contract to sell. And I was so happy for him because he's taking the next steps that he needs to do, but he would have probably never taken those steps if he wasn't introduced to me. And that's cool because I would have never taken the next steps and been able to do 3, 4, 5, whatever different homes at the same time if I never partnered or was introduced to him. So it all goes back to respect, just having a base level line of respect for each other. If I'm not willing to get out there and get my hands dirty and move concrete and move wood and put up drywall or do this, that, and the other, get out in the grass and pick up trash and whatever. If they don't see me doing that and out there doing the work, how much respect are they going to have for the actual project? When they see the amount of respect that you put into a project, they're a lot more likely to give it that same level of respect and care that you want, because at the end of the day, it is your project. It's your baby, and you're kind of overseeing everything, and they're playing a role in it, but you can have them play a role in the long term too. You can have them play a role in the next project and the one after that and the one after that. And finding good help is so hard. Okay, it's so hard. It's one of the hardest parts of this job. I promise you guys, renovation is what kills most people. They get too deep into it and they spend way too much money, and then they end up losing out at the end, finding out that they only made $10,000-$20,000 when they had been projecting to make 50 or something, which isn't bad. But when you spent 6 months of your life full time to make $10,000 with all the stresses of trying to turn over a property, you can walk away from the experience really bitter and with a taste in your mouth of, I don't want to do real estate investing. This isn't for me, whatever. So my message for anyone watching this who owns a real estate property, or you're looking to buy a real estate property and it needs renovation work, it's going to need some work done. And even if it's more work than you're capable of, you've never in your life laid down a tile, you've never in your life put up a piece of drywall, it's okay. Don't be afraid. Show effort. Okay? I'm not asking you to rewire the house or run the plumbing or, go under the crawl space and figure out if there's a foundation issue. It's fine. You don't have to do all that. But show effort, If you're working with a landscape company and they ask you to provide the materials or whatever, go move the materials for them. Show that you care about the work being done and you want it done, and you want it done properly. That's how you get it done properly, by showing that you want it done at the very least, by being there on site. That's what a site manager is on large construction sites. It's someone on site making sure that everything is operating smoothly. So I don't want to make this video too long. I do have to get back to work. I'm just having a little break. But like I said, show effort, and that's how you develop trust with a lot of people. I'll probably make the next video from back at my other office. So just want to make a quick update for you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you. One love. I'm out.